Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at all the highly anticipated manga releases for the month of September. There are quite a few, however, like with every video in this series, we don't cover previously released volumes, we just concentrate on the new number ones or deluxe editions, or special editions if you will, of previously released materials, sort of like an omnibus or a box set or a deluxe hardcover, that sort of stuff. So with that out of the way, let me remind you that you can follow me on your favorite social media platform. Just search for Manga GEEKDOM. You can join my Discord server. The link is down below. You can become a channel member. That will help out immensely as well. From Dark Horse Comics, we have Adabana Volume 1 by Non. This psychological drama seinen series was published from 2020 to 2021, 28 chapters collected across 3 volumes. A small town is shocked by the gruesome murder of a student and a ramen shop owner. Mizuki Aikawa, one of the victim's best friends and classmate, confesses to the brutal crime. However, a local reporter and Mizuki's public defenders are convinced there's more to the story. As the truth unravels, a tale of class, exploitation, and the demands of family is revealed. From Seven Seas, we have Let Me See the Real You, Senpai by Yuho Ogita. This is a BL not safe for work series that is still ongoing. It started back in 2022. Haruki is a shut-in who has a hard time talking to people in real life, but online he's an enigmatic VTuber with over 700,000 followers. It took 5 years to grow his fan base, but he's hit a serious plateau. When he gets a chance to collab with you, a brand new femboy VTuber, he gets a huge boost in followers, and maybe a friend too. But when they finally meet in real life, it turns out that the voice behind you is actually an incredibly handsome man. Can you bring out Haruki's true nature and help him be more comfortable in his own skin? From Tokyo Pop, under the Love Love imprint, we have Do You Really Want Only a Meal? Volume 1. This is by Yasu Tadano. 12 chapters collected across 2 volumes, originally published from 2022 to 2024. This is a BL series that stars the character Masamune Hanzawa, a 27-year-old office worker with no time for love or cooking. He reluctantly tries a housekeeping service at his section chief's suggestion. Enter Natsuki, a charming college student and his boss's son, who quickly captures Masamune's heart. After their first meeting, Natsuki boldly confesses his feelings, leaving Masamune torn. Though undeniably attracted to Natsuki, Masamune hesitates due to their age difference and the potential complications of dating his superior's son. As they navigate meals and growing emotions, Masamune must decide whether to embrace this unexpected chance at love or let it slip away. From Seven Seas Entertainment, we have I'm Running for Crown Princess, but all I want is a steady paycheck. This one is written by Yuri Seo with character designs by Okaya and overall art by Makana Watari. A rom-com shoujo that started back in 2019, still ongoing. Therese, the daughter of an impoverished marquis, works hard day and night to save every penny she can just to scrape by. One day, she's offered a chance to change her status and situation by competing to become the next royal consort. Therese hesitates, unsure that someone as poor as herself could ever be a consort, and decides to decline the opportunity. That is until she learns that just being a candidate could lead to a high-paying position as a lady-in-waiting. Determined to take the chance, she decides to go for it. But when she arrives at the castle, she realizes that this competition is way more cutthroat than she anticipated. Also from Dark Horse Comics, we have Blockade Battlefront Omnibus Edition Volume 1 by Yasuhiro Naito. This series was published back in 2009 to 2015, an action fantasy series that lasted 33 chapters collected across 10 volumes. However, these new omnibus editions are 3-in-1s. Welcome to Hell Salem's Lot, formerly known as New York City, a magical city trapped in an impenetrable bubble where a brief breach between Earth and the beyond has forced the human inhabitants to coexist with magic, monsters, and mystical creatures. A group of stylish superhumans stand between the ordinary citizens and supernatural violence, but someone is threatening to sever the bubble to unleash the chaos to the rest of the world, and a young man with special eyes aims to join the fight. From Seven Seas, we have the princess I loved in my past life is now a middle-aged dad. This is written and drawn by Wasa Sagiri. This one's a BL comedy series that started back in 2024, still in publication. Once upon a time, a princess and knight loved each other very much, but they never tied the knot. The two vowed to find each other in their next lives. Bartholomew the Knight has been reborn as a high school student named Haruto and has spent his whole life searching for Princess Claudia. But when he finally finds his princess, she's a 50-something high school vice principal and a father. But this knight loves his princess in any form. On the other hand, Claudia is self-conscious about now being a middle-aged man with a dad bod and how others might perceive a relationship with a younger man. The princess just isn't ready to accept Bartholomew's feelings yet. Can the young knight win over his fated love? From Titan Manga, we have the release of Sanda, Volume 1 from Paru Itagaki. This is a manga that came out back in 2021 and recently ended in 2024. 142 chapters collected across 16 volumes. This action mystery shonen takes place in a near-future Japan. Christmas has faded into myth, and the birth rate has dropped so dramatically that children are now the most precious commodity. Society has artificially extended adolescence to preserve their youth, and traditional holidays like Christmas are a mere legend of the past. Meet Sanda Kazushige, a middle school student who unexpectedly becomes entangled in a strange and dangerous mystery. When his classmate Fuyumura Shiori accuses him of carrying a curse that could help find her missing friend, Sanda's life takes a dramatic turn. Together, they embark on an incredible adventure to unravel the truth behind Shiori's friend's disappearance and uncover the hidden magic of Christmas itself. From Seven Seas, we have Magic Maker, How to Create Magic in Another World. This is by Tomozo Nishioka, Kazuki Kaburagi, and Kururi, a fantasy isekai manga that ran from 2021 to 2023. 19 chapters collected across 3 volumes. This one tells of little Shion, who has a secret. He's the reincarnation of a man from another world who died longing for magic. Hoping that he might at last harness the power of magic in this new world, he finds that magic doesn't exist here either. But when Shion visits a lake with his sister, he witnesses a mysterious phenomenon that seems like the magic he yearns for. If magic does not exist, can he make it himself? From Square Enix, we have Bride of the Death God Volume 1 by Hako Ichiro. This drama romance started back in 2022 and it is still ongoing. When a death god appears before Aibi, a girl suffering from an incurable disease, he expects her to cry and beg for her life, like all the other humans he's brought to the afterlife. But she simply smiles and thanks him for coming to her. After a lifetime of suffering and with only 7 days to live, will Ivy finally find happiness in the arms of a reaper? From Yen Press, we have the release of Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill, Volume 1 by Ren Eguchi, as well as Akagishi Kei. Based on the light novel of the same name, this adventure comedy gourmet food manga series started back in 2017, still ongoing. When Mukoda Tsuyoshi is summoned to a world of swordplay and sorcery, he's pumped to go on the adventure of a lifetime. Just one problem: he's summoned by mistake. Not only is he not one of the 3 heroes, his stats are also laughable. Looks like he'll be averagely average in this world as well. But given that the people of the kingdom seem the type to take advantage of the heroes, Mukoda's determined to make his own way in this new world. Mukoda aims to lead a comfortable life with the help of his unique skill, online supermarket. But when he introduces the taste of modern cooking to the fantasy world, Tsuyoshi winds up with repeat customers who just can't get enough. From Seven Seas, we have his Sensual Whisper, the voice that sets me on fire. This is written and drawn by Pyoko Asahina. It's an ongoing josei not safe for work manga that started publication back in 2022. After a missed connection years ago, office worker Mizuho developed an irresistible craving for deep, sultry voices. With such a unique fetish, she's been on the hunt for that perfect tone to satisfy her desires. When she meets Hibino, a handsome salesman with a voice that's smooth as velvet at a company drinking party, Mizuho can't help but melt. Captivated by his seductive timbre, she invites him back to her place, where just a single suggestive whisper sends her senses into overdrive. Is Hibino the passionate partner she's been waiting for, or will her hopes for a true connection fall on deaf ears? From One Piece books, we have the B-rank adventurer with a scary face becomes a father for the hero and his friends, Volume 1. This is by Kojime? I hope I pronounced that correctly, or is it Koheme, as in Spanish? I don't know. Also by Enji and Kazuhiro Hara. Still ongoing, first published back in 2023, this is an action fantasy slice of life series that stars Gray, the B-rank adventurer, who was a background character in the RPG known as Bright Fantasy. Or at least that's what he thought. After saving orphans for being attacked by goons, he resolves to provide for them as a father. But one of the orphans is Isuka, the otherworld's future hero, and his choice will greatly change its destiny. From Yen Press, we have the release of Land, Volume 1 from Kazumi Yamashita. This is a hardcover manga release that was originally published from 2014 to 2020. 74 chapters collected across 11 volumes. This one's a drama seinen series. One shall live and the other shall die. The younger sister ran through the fields, happy to live with the father who loved and adored her in the peaceful village under the watchful gaze of the four gods. Her elder twin ran through the mountains, swearing vengeance against the man who abandoned her to the very beast she was hunting, her own father. When their paths finally cross, the terrible truth of their birth is revealed, and Anne is left with a difficult decision. Follow her twin to the mountains and beyond, as she so desperately desires, or condemn her for trying to take her most precious person away. From Seven Seas, we have Rebel Hero. I will use my skills to control the scheming princess's heart and body. This one's an action-adventure, not safe for work isekai manga created by Yu Kawasaki with art from Soramoti. This one started back in 2023 and it's still ongoing. The captivating Princess Alicia has summoned Shinohara Shinta to another world. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Think again. Beneath her enchanting facade, this princess is as cunning as they come, treating heroes like disposable pawns. But Shinta's newly awakened hero skills reveal her sinister plans. Now, with his life hanging by a thread, he must outwit the scheming princess and take control of his destiny with a seductive twist. From Titan Manga, we also have the release of Saint Seiya Dark Wing Volume 1. This is by Masami Kurumada, Kenji Saito, and Shinshu Ueda. Originally published in 2020, this one is still ongoing. An action-adventure seinen manga. Shoichiro was just another high school student. Now he's Wyvern, one of the dreaded judges of the underworld, chosen to battle against the forces of Athena in a war that transcends life and death. When an unexpected ambush during a school trip sends Shoichiro and his classmates into the land of the dead, they are thrust into a fierce struggle between the gods and their warriors. The mysterious forces of Hades have already begun their assault, and Shoichiro's destiny is forever altered. From Seven Seas Entertainment, we have The Handsome Catboy Wants to Be His Pet. This is written and drawn by Naruko, a singular volume that was published back in 2023 to 2024. 9 chapters to be precise. This one's a anthropomorphic comedy about Jiro Haruta, who has an unfortunate penchant for attracting trouble. So when he stumbles upon an odd-looking cat on his way to class, he does his best to avoid it. However, the cat cat not only steals Haruta's lunch, but it follows him home. And if that's not strange enough, the cat transforms into an extremely handsome man named Kanawa, who declares in front of everyone that he wants to be kept by Haruta. Can Haruta escape this catastrophe, or is he stuck being the proud owner of a handsome catboy? From Kodansha, we have Yuki Kamba's Sheeta's Little Big World, Volume 1. This is an adventure fantasy series that first started publication back in 2022, still ongoing. Sheeta and Nala live happily inside a hollowed-out log with their fellow little folk, who stand no taller than a blade of grass. When Nala runs off one day to investigate a mysterious smoke signal, Sheeta must summon all his courage and wits as he sets off in pursuit. Rats, ants, weasels, giants, the wide world is full of dangers, but the plucky Sheeta will stop at nothing to find his friend. From Yen Press, we have Rock is a Lady's Modesty, Volume 1 from Hiroshi Fukuda, originally published back in 2022. This is still an ongoing music seinen series. After being forced to attend an all-girls school, Teresa Susunomiya stumbles upon her ladylike peers jamming out. From Seven Seas, we have Kaiju Camui from Shintaro Arima. This is an action supernatural seinen series that started back in 2024 and just recently ended in 2025. 22 chapters collected across 3 volumes. Japan has been devastated by attacks from giant monsters. Tanks, bombs, missiles, air power, all are useless against the overwhelming threat. In a desperate gambit, ace pilot Yamato Shido is placed on board a giant biological weapon codenamed Kamui. The only thing that can beat a kaiju is another kaiju. From Square Enix, we have Dragon Quest: The Mark of Erdrick, Volume 1 by Kamui Fujiwara and Chiaki Kawamata. This adventure fantasy shonen was first published back 1991 to 1997, 86 chapters collected across 21 volumes. However, these editions coming out are 2-in-1s. The hero Erdrick's hard-won victory over Zoma brought peace to the land, but a century later, that time of prosperity is coming to an end when an agent of the Dragon Lord infiltrates the kingdom of Carmen. Luna Freya, the daughter of a commander in Carmen's army, is forced to flee with the infant prince Arus. They find a safe haven with friends, and Arus grows and trains alongside Kira, son of a sand sailor. Years after the fall of Carmen, the Dragon Lord finally tracks down the hiding place of Arus and his companions. The group seeks safety again, but a fearsome dragon appears. Arus and Kira soon find themselves training under a powerful mentor, but can the prince become a true hero? From Seven Seas Entertainment, we have Wakaba Won't Give Up from Konkichi. This is a rom-com series that started back in 2023, still ongoing. Wakaba is a cocky, condescending, foul-mouthed, and absolutely in love with her childhood friend, Daiki. For as long as they've known each other, Wakaba's been the very image of a roughhousing tomboy. But all that's about to change when she shows up in front of him wearing a cutesy feminine outfit. Will she get the hopeless late bloomer's heart racing? When you can't put your feelings into words, an image change might just be the right gambit. From One Piece books, we have the Ossan newbie adventurer, trained to death by the most powerful party, became invincible. Volume 1. This one is by Ken Ogino as well as Kiraku Kishima. Originally published in 2019, this action-adventure series is still ongoing. Meet Rick Gladiator, our hero, who passed his 30th birthday before taking even his first step as an adventurer. He may just be getting started, but he's already showing S-rank level powers. His teachers, the legendary party Orichalcum Fist, are monstrously strong, and they've put him through a training regimen from hell. Now Rick faces down the elite adventurers who scoff at him, prepared to teach them a lesson about respecting their elders, and they may just have to learn it the hard way. Also from Yen Press, we have I Don't Know How to Love from Yu Machio. This was originally published back in 2020, 6 chapters collected in 1 volume. It's a BL not safe for work series following the character of Aimi. Aimi may be popular, but the fact that he's trashy is known by everyone, even himself. He'll go out with anyone as long as he's not tied down to just one person. But now he's dating Kaede, a very convenient underclassman who doesn't ask for anything and doesn't say anything unnecessary. But isn't it strange that Kaede's attitude doesn't change even when he sees Aimi kissing a sex friend? Aimi starts to become possessive of Kaede. However, his feelings don't seem to be reaching Kaede at all. Also from 7 Seas Entertainment, we have Go For It, Nakamura-kun. This is written and drawn by Siunde. It is a new edition of a beloved classic. 11 chapters originally collected in 1 volume, which released back in 2014 to 2016. This BL school series stars Nakamura, a shy and painfully awkward boy who has fallen in love at first sight with his dreamy classmate Hirose. But there's one problem. They haven't even met, and that may be for the best, at least in Nakamura's eyes. After all, he's a total klutz that could totally bungle things before they even begin. But when he finally gets a chance to speak one-on-one with Hirose, will his worries cease, or will he make a spectacular mess? An endearing BL comedy about the trials of high school, first loves, and some hilarious attempts to cling to happiness. From Square Enix, we also have the release of Mechanical Buddy Universe by Takuji Kato. This is a collection of short stories that were first released back in 2022, 7 chapters to be precise, collected in 1 volume. An android that has completed its original mission, a baby that was abandoned in a war-torn city. In this futuristic dystopia, the two meet on a rainy day. Thus, the machine and the human become mother and child. From Yen Press, we have the release of My Beloved Supper from Kaho Ozaki. This is a gourmet supernatural vampiric series that started back in 2022 up until 2023. Only 6 chapters collected in 1 volume. Yoru is a vampire, a predator of the night, dwelling among humans. But compared to a meal of fresh blood, he'd much rather partake in the culinary delights of the human world. Fragrant stews, tasty meat buns, and sweet pastries are all irresistible delicacies to him. Unfortunately, being a vampire means he cannot stomach human food, unless he drinks blood as an appetizer. Thus, Yoru spends his night sinking his fangs into criminals and evildoers, all for the sake of the beloved supper awaiting him. From Kana Publishing, we have Tsukasa Hojo's classic City Hunter, now in an omnibus format release. Originally published from 1985 to 1991, this classic manga lasted for 193 chapters, collected across 35 volumes. But before you freak out over the many volumes, this English language edition contains the first 3 volumes of the series, printed all in 1 book, so these will be more bang for your buck. Meet the character of Ryo Saeba, who does the dirty work of cleaning up Tokyo's nightlife with his heart of gold worn on his sleeve. Follow this city hunter as he takes on underground odd jobs, ranging from serving as the bodyguard of a captivating madame to executing a vengeful assassination of a corrupt politician, navigating through quick-witted thrills and intense drama. Also from Kana, Cat's Eye Omnibus Volume 1 from Tsukasa Hojo. This action comedy drama was first published back in 1981 to 1985, lasting for 135 chapters collected across 18 volumes. This omnibus edition will also be a 3-in-1 similar to City Hunter. Cafe owners by day, art thieves by night, the 3 sisters, Hitomi, Rui, and Ai, have high-risk lives outside of their day jobs. Hitomi especially needs to keep her secret under wraps since she's dating Toshio, the police officer assigned to catch the Cat's Eye thief. From Yen Press, we have the release of What Do You Call This Trash? This one's an all-in-one omnibus edition, 32 chapters that were originally published back in 2022 to 2023. This rom-com stars the character of Akira, the girl of Yuto's dreams. so maybe he's got a shot now that his big brother dumped her. But Big Bro ended the relationship for a reason. Akira is an obsessive, clingy stalker, a total trash fire of a girl who would happily manipulate Yuto's feelings for a chance to get near the man she loves again. Of course, Yu knows that, but he still can't resist. From Dark Horse Comics, we have the anticipated release of Duranki from Kentaro Miura and his studio Gaga. This adventure seinen series was sadly discontinued in 2019, lasting only 6 chapters up until 2020. In ancient times, a wondrous child is born of the gods, neither human nor god, neither male nor female. Usumgal has an inventive mind that can create solutions where they are needed most. Descending from the holy mountain, Usumgal finds friends among humans, and with each fateful encounter comes adventure, and perhaps their destiny. From Tokyo Pop, we have Boyfriend, Sometimes Girlfriend, Volume 1 from Musawo. These are 10 chapters collected across 3 volumes, originally published from 2023 to 2024 in this romance shonen series. Hodaka Akizuki, a 17-year-old high school student, has finally found a girlfriend, and Chihaya Shishisaki is truly the most beautiful girl at school. Just the thought of spending time with her practically has him pinching his cheeks. After all, she actually likes him back. The closer they get, the more his heart flutters. There's just one slight little problem. Chihaya has a secret, and it isn't just a secret to stealing his heart. With just one kiss, Hodaka is no longer Chihaya's boyfriend, but her brand new girlfriend? From Titan Manga, we have Grand Familia, Volume 1 by Kenji Hamada. This is an action fantasy series that started back in 2022, lasting 46 chapters, collected across 5 volumes, finally ending in 2023. This shonen series stars the character of Leo, the young heir to the Grand Familia. He dreams of a future where both humans and demi-humans can coexist peacefully. However, when a violent turf war erupts between rival factions, the fragile peace between the two worlds is shattered, and Leo is thrust into a dangerous conflict that could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. As Leo grapples with the legacy of this powerful family and his own ideals, he must confront a world filled with betrayal, shifting allegiances, and moral dilemmas. From Viz Media, we have The Art of Manga. This is by Nicole Coolidge. This is essentially a book celebrating the medium itself of manga. It was published to coincide with the exhibition at the Young in San Francisco. The Art of Manga highlights 10 key artists with rich sections devoted to their work and information about their aesthetic, themes, and working methods. This book also features essays, interviews on manga history, creation, and culture by artists, scholars, and industry professionals. Featured in this book is more than 200 full-color illustrations to give readers a deeper understanding of manga's cultural development and social impact. From Viz, we have The Art of Rumiko Takahashi, Colors, 1978 to 2024. This art book covers 45 years of the legendary Rumiko Takahashi and her many series like Urusei Yatsura, Maison Ikkoku, Ranma, Inuyasha, Rine, and the recently ongoing series, Mao. This hardcover also features commentary, anecdotes, and a long-form interview with Takahashi in which she provides readers with insight into her manga making process. Also included a ribbon bookmark and an exclusive drawing of Lum from Urusei Yatsura, showing each phase from sketch to final art, as well as special sections in which the author picks her favorite panels from her series. This unique look into the mind of creative master is sure to inspire readers, artists, and fans all around the globe. Alright, there you have it, folks. A lot of new volume 1s and new editions of manga to grab. Let me know in the comment section down below which ones you are picking up, and if I missed one that you're excited for, let me know as well. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Remember to hit the like button, comment down below, share the video, join the Discord, become a member, all that fun stuff. I've got to go. God bless, stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.